I'm starting off by sanding my rough lumber. You can use any measurements you want, but for this project I'm making 2 side pieces and joining them with 2 cross pieces. Hopefully this will make a little more sense later. I'm joining everything using dowel joints, so here I'm just drilling the holes that I can tap the dowels into. Cutting out the dowel to use as pins on my bandsaw. Make sure to use a miter gauge so that it's exactly 90 degrees. And then add some glue and just tap it in with a hammer like this. Here I've got all the dowel joints lined up. I'm just tapping them in with a mallet. Make sure to use a mallet, otherwise you can damage the dowel joints themselves, the little pins. Alright, just rough planing everything down here, just to make it nice and flat. Here I'm making some rabbets on the cross pieces that I can use, so that it'll make the joints a little bit stronger. So basically set the depth of your circular saw to how deep you want the rabbet. Mark your line for the length of the rabbet, and then you can just hog out all the material with it. Then go back after tapping it out with a hammer and use a chisel to clean it up a little bit. And now do it 3 more times. Alright, I'm just going to line up my cross pieces here, and the rabbet should fit in perfectly with the side pieces like that. I'm just going to attach it with screws. So here I'm using 3 1-foot by 4-foot 10-inch boards layered across the frame as my tabletop, and I'm attaching it with dowel joints. I measured and marked all holes to drill for the dowel joints and a 2-inch overhang with a speed square. And now you just have to go in and waste a good 20 minutes of your life doing the same thing over and over again. I discovered something very interesting about my Forstner bit in the process. It's a lot like myself. It gets itself into the hole very easily, but it has a lot of trouble getting itself out. Right now I'm just going to sand everything because I do not... Oh look, the neighbor's here. Use a router for a round over bit. Just to go over all the edges, make it look a little bit nicer. Clean it up a bit. And then, there you go. Finished workbench.